is a show of cryptocurrency for the blue collar worker. And today, Tim is going to be talking about tax liens. And here we are, we're live with our YouTube audience. Hello, everybody on YouTube. We're here with Tim Tarosian, the creator and maker and the personality behind Blue Collar Crypto Show. This creation is intended to bring forward cryptocurrency for the blue collar worker. And today, Tim is going to be talking about tax deeds, tax liens, and all sorts of opportunities and property investing and so on and so forth. So, Tim, are you ready to take it away? The show is yours.
Thank you, Kurt. And I would say the current real estate environment is good. Property values are very high. One of the reasons is, who cares what one of the reasons is? The values are very high. But I think Airbnb is kind of cool. You can rent out a room in your house for $200 a night. That makes property values worth more. Makes tourist values, everything across the board is more valuable. A lot of options for people that want to travel. Airbnb, you can rent from one corner of the globe to the other corner of the globe. Great idea. Everybody probably knows somebody that's doing Airbnb. Which is another show. Today, let's talk about tax liens, and tax deeds, liens and deeds. A deed means that you get the property free and clear. A deed is a free and clear property. When you buy it, it's yours. 100%, no liabilities anywhere. A lien gives you the right to collect like 30% interest on your money, but you don't necessarily own the property. But you can convert a lien into a deed. You can own the property, but there are two different kinds of strategies. One is you really want to get your hands on a property. In the chat, I'll show you where to get that property. So in the chat, I put illtaxsale.com, where you can buy houses for $700, free and clear of taxes, free and clear of mortgage, of any liabilities, any violations, in the condition that it's in. I've done this before, so I'm talking out of experience. You send them $700. They send you a ownership. You just fill it out. It's yours. You don't have to go to the county to register the property. Once you give them the money, you are registered with that property. It's yours. You send it in the mail. They send you the deed in an envelope. You open it up, there's your property ownership in your hands. That's illtaxsale.com. 72, 80 counties of Illinois. There's properties in some of them or all of them, or there's land. get yourself something. If you're just renting, most people that work blue collar jobs own, let's just say you're renting, you want to own a piece of property. You want something that's yours. No doubt about it. You're renting, but you want to stand on a piece of land and say, this is mine. That's $700 to do that. Let's say ownership's not big for you, but you want to invest and you're like, yeah, the stock market, that's kind of tricky, right? Let's say you're already in a 401k. You're like, hey, this is great, but can you make 30% in that 401k guaranteed? Here's something. It's called a LIENS, right? I'll put that in the chat. LIENS. And then tax, right? And then tax liens, right? Let's spell it out, right? Tax, LIENS. And then I'll just put so that's tax liens, that's 30% on your money. There is no guaranteed investment out there at 30%. There's no other guarantee at 30%. Anywhere on the planet. This is your only opportunity. It's one place, one type of investment will give you that. There is no other investment that's safer and pays that kind of return. On the average, you can't find a better return. You may find something that pays you 30% one year, but then they might take away 20% the next. With the exception of some mutual funds have done really well. But are they going to allow you to sleep at night? This should allow you to sleep every night. This is maybe safer than a bank, maybe. But your bank investment is safe. 100% of your principal, your money is safe. Up to $250,000. It's hard to compete with, even though realizing that you're losing 5% of your value of your money, guaranteed, right? It's a guaranteed loss of 5%, which is what we call inflation for a 12-month period. So it's a guaranteed loss, but it's a guaranteed loss that's guaranteed at the rate of inflation, and you get the rest of it back every year. It stays there. So the number doesn't go down, but the dollars do become less valuable over time. That's why you need something like a tax lien, okay? And I want to cover the subject fully here. I don't want to give you a smorgasbord of ideas here. If you're on a limited income, you're probably not going to do this. But if you have a retirement account, you could probably put this inside of your Roth IRA, a tax-free retirement account. When you earn interest, you don't pay taxes. What can you put a lien or a deed inside a Roth IRA? Who cares, right? Because nobody else is giving you 30%. If you pay taxes on that investment, do you care? So in some cases, the rate is better than 30. I'm just using 30 as an example. It might be 40. But the interest, the taxation that the government taxes your investment at is probably not very high. It's probably capital gains, I think, which is a lower rate of taxation than your paycheck at your job, right? Capital gains, right? So I'm recommending this. You can always hand your money over to a stockbroker. Those guys are salespeople. They're not bad human beings, but they're there to see. You probably don't have enough money to make them very interested. And stocks are risky investments. The stock market is risky. This tax lien strategy at 30% is not risky. This is beyond the scope of risky. It's safety. It's all of these investments I mentioned today are backed by solid real estate in communities. It doesn't necessarily matter what the real estate is. It's in today's market, it's liquid. You can sell it. You can sell real estate here. It's valuable. It's valuable. The whole world wants it. United States real estate. So whatever you get, if you get it, you could sell it. There's several uses for real estate, so that's why it's so valuable. And the prices of real estate, no matter what it is, it's been high. Once every 100 years, a real estate market will crash. That was in 2008. That's once every 100 years, maybe 150 years. I doubt we'll have another real estate crash, but that adds to the safety of a tax lien or a tax deed. I'm going to give you one more site, an invention of mine. I'm just going to type my invention, right? And okay, my invention, right? I invented this, right? So okay, there it is twice. All right. So how to buy land. Land at tax sales. In put in Google search box. So if you want to copy this down or copy and paste or whatever, share it from the chat box. How to buy land at tax sales. If you put this in the Google search box, those words, how to buy land at tax sales, there'll be a tax sale somewhere in the country. For me, it was 60 miles away that week in Racine, Wisconsin. And they had properties for 3,000 and 5,000 and 7,000 houses for that amount of money in a major United States city. Ready to rent in most cases, ready to collect rent. So you bought it for 5 or 7 and you charged $1,000 a month. It's a pretty good deal. You make your 20% back in 1 month investment, 20% every month. So pretty good. Shows you the power of real estate. Get 20% back on your investment month by month by month. No problems there. Buy property, you rent it out. How to buy land at tax sales. How to buy land at tax sales. Put that in the Google box and you will find a real estate investment, a mouth-watering real estate, a great real estate investment. At an auction, or I call them over-the-counter houses that you can buy right off of a website if you want. No competition. It's there. Here's a price. In most cases, they just want their tax money. They're not charging you the price of the house. They're charging you what the real estate homeowner taxes were for 3 years. So let's say they missed 3 years of taxes and taxes were $2,000 a piece. They just want $6,000 and they'll give you the house for the back taxes. Now, once you pay the back taxes, there are no taxes on the house. And you get the house without any taxes on it because you've paid them. All the county is doing is passing along a property from one property owner who didn't want to pay their taxes to you, a property owner who they think may be able to pay their property taxes. They don't care what your credit rating is. They're going to hand you the property. You pay that person's who didn't want to pay their property taxes. You pay it for them and they will give you the property. They will erase the mortgage from the property. Where is this done? Well, illtaxsale.com, it's done there. For 70 counties on one site. You can look at 70 counties on one website. Check all the records. Okay? But there's 3,000 counties in the United States. It's done to some degree in every county in the United States. Even some of the small counties in your state, they have properties. People walked away from them. Maybe they didn't think they were worth owning. So maybe somebody passed away. There's hundreds of reasons why people lose houses. There's one good reason though, is they don't pay their taxes. So that's my show for today. Remember, I gave you 2 things to look up. They're valuable. Use that information. Thank you to my hosts, Kurt, Sue, and Emily. And I'll see you next week at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern on Sunday.